Indeed, I request you to stay on with us as we're tracking some further updates. US President Donald Trump has stated that he is not currently considering supplying Ukraine with long-range Tomahawk missiles. Trump has elaborated his stance on the Russia-Ukraine war, suggesting that sometimes conflicts must fight out themselves. He's also clarified that he does not intend to use frozen Russian assets as a lever in negotiations, distancing himself from such discussions currently taking place between Europe and Russia. This comes as Russian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Maria Zakharova had earlier stated that reports that the Pentagon had approved Tomahawk missile supply to Ukraine and sending weapons to Kiev would not help achieve any sort of settlement. Still with us on the broadcast is Ms. Daniela Bloom. Interesting developments coming in, Trump making it clear very publicly now that he would not be sending the Tomahawks. We'd seen earlier that Kremlin had sent a memo to Washington, and talks that were supposed to take place in Budapest did not materialize as well. There are, of course, concerns that Russia has with regards to the frozen assets being used, and they've termed it as financial terror. There are also concerns that Russia has as far as the territorial settlement is concerned, something that the US has made very clear that it will only come to the negotiating table after a ceasefire is in place. What do you make of what's transpiring in the war itself and Donald Trump's position? What does this signal?
Trump wrote The Art of the Deal, and he also understands that not getting involved is a stance in itself. This request of Tomahawks by Ukraine could escalate the situation further to continue what Trump does not want, a forever war. Trump is about solutions, and the U.S. has already given over $200 billion in aid. We don't know where that aid has really gone. There is no return on investment like there is in our partner of Israel. And Trump does want to see this end. He doesn't like the fighting and the casualties on both sides. And he doesn't want the U.S. to keep contributing when this is not close to home. And he wants Europe to step up to the plate much more than they have in terms of supporting their European ally.
Indeed. And speaking of Europe as well, we've seen NATO's response has also been very calibrated at the moment. They have launched Operation Eastern Sentry, but things have not really escalated as they're trying to avoid a hot war with Russia. Could we then see the NATO countries applying pressure in the Baltic area? Because we've also recently seen France, in fact, docking in one of the Russian Shadow Fleet tankers in one of its ports as well.
Yes, Europe is having to acknowledge the mess that they've allowed for so long, whether it's from immigration or not becoming energy independent and relying on Russia, an adversary. They don't just get to rely on the US anymore to lead the ship. And it's a rude awakening, but an equilibrium that does have to be readjusted nevertheless. And I have every confidence that it will be.
Okay. All right, ma'am. With that, I would like to thank you for taking out time sharing your analysis with us on NewsX World. With that, viewers, we're shifting focus to news coming in